August, because I am actually feeling quite festive. So let's have a quick look at the comments and just make sure that we are live streaming to both places, so hopefully YouTube and Facebook today. And if you want to say come and say hello, please do. It lets me know as well that we're okay in both places. So I can see here, I think we're on YouTube still, and it looks like we're okay for Facebook as well, so please do hop along and say hello. Now I have absolutely no idea where my phone is. I think I've left it downstairs, so I'm going to log into my spare phone, which is my old one. You know, when you have a new phone you keep the old one as a spare. We'll be doing that today. I must have left my phone downstairs, so I'm just going to log in so I can have the comments right in front of me. Please let me know how your week has been. It's Thursday now, so we're really close to the weekend, and I hope you've really been enjoying a lot of people have been doing the Christmas in July projects. So it needs me to log in. Looks like I'm all okay there. So hello Nova and hello Bellscraft. I did get your message, Lynn, and I will be sharing the thing you asked me to share today. So right, let's have a quick look. My old phone is pretty slow, hence why I've got a new one. And there we go, I've got the comments now, so I should have got that already beforehand. So let's have a quick delve into what we have done so far this month. We have here the ring box, gift box thingy. I added an extension here with the acetate. I have here from one of my ordinary videos how to make a gift box with just a paper trimmer. That was a really good one. I love that one. So you can make gift boxes with just your paper trimmer, and I show you exactly how. Even if your paper trimmer doesn't actually have the scoring blade, you can still do that. And then I think this was one of our first Christmas in July projects. Again, all of these are going to be absolutely perfect for if you're doing Christmas fairs, Christmas craft fairs. It's going to be absolutely perfect for that as well. So good luck, Nova, with your visit to the dentist. Oh, I don't envy you on that one. So I'm just going to carefully pop all these over to the other side here behind me. And last week we made this gift bag here. Now there is a download for the dimensions for this. This is linked in the YouTube description box. This is also linked on my Facebook as well. That's Helen Griffin UK. So this is a free download, gives you everything here on how to make this gift bag, and there is a mega sale on at the moment as well, so there's so much to talk about. Let's have a quick look at this mega sale. You will literally have your socks knocked off. Basically, there are so many of my die sets here for under £10. Some really good ones here. This one here is perfect for advent calendars because it's a little drawer, little square drawer. There's loads of things here, so if there's anything that you have got your eye on, then do have a look here. This was the drawer we made last week, and also here we have an ice cream. You can make that into a coffee cup, and today I'm going to be playing with a couple more of these items as well. That's the ring box here that we played with at the beginning, and today this tent here, I'm going to be playing with that tent, but we're not going to be making a tent today. We're not going camping. We're going to be doing something really festive with this one as well. So let me just quickly show you the papers whilst I'm here. These are the papers that we are using today. We're using the Traditional Christmas, which is a download on Craft Stash, and we have here Holly Jolly as well for one of our other projects. So those are the two paper packs that I'm playing with today. So let's quickly hop back now to this gift bag here. As I said, there is the download that is linked below, and this opens up. Just a quick recap from last week. Makes this beautiful square drawer with treats inside. So we're going to be starting today where we left off last week with this gift bag, because with my prototype I thought I'd jazz up my prototype first. So I've got some measurements here which I'll be bringing out, and this is the Dinky decorative fittings, and I'll be using this for the two handles. I've popped all of my goodies inside the bag. It's a really handy bag actually. So I've got my 2 little handles. This die set is absolutely perfect if you like to make homemade gift bags and paper purses and handbags and things like that. It's absolutely perfect. It's got all the tags and the buckles. You can really make a lovely festive or just an ordinary bag for any occasion. So I need the 2 handles, so I've got that. This is in the sale. I think it's £10 in the sale. There was a larger version of this, but that's gone now, so we just have the Dinky one. Dinky as in small. And I've got my prototype here. That is my bag. We're going to be jazzing that up today, and then we're going to be using the papers. So I have here some tartan paper from the traditional Christmas download. I've just had a sneezing fit just before I came on air, so I'm feeling a little bit bunged up. And then I have some cardstock here, some green cardstock, and then some craft. Now here are the measurements for all of those 3 layers. So you can screenshot that, take a photo, you've got those there. That is going to fit onto this bag here with the measurements there. Right, so let's get this glued together. And I am actually going to plug in my hot glue gun. So you can come with me because I've got the microphone attached. I can't go too far though because I'm attached to a wire. So let's get this plugged in. What I really need to do is get a set of plugs or extensions on the top of my desk so I don't have to keep going underneath either. I keep getting horror feelings from when Vicky, remember Vicky from the design team? She leant down under her desk while still sitting and she got really bad sciatica. Absolutely floored her. So now I'm a little bit worried about doing things like that. I mean, I'm not getting any younger, so there we go. Let's let that heat up. So now I'm really careful to move off the chair, bend down properly if I'm reaching underneath something. So you've got to be careful with these things. So whilst that's heating up, I'm going to get all of these glued together. I'll leave that there so that you can keep that visible. So I'm going to be using the bookbinding glue today, and I'm just literally going to layer these up. I may even add some foam pads as well, make this dimensional. Okay, so there's our first layer, and I have actually popped down in the description box as well, because I always get this question: what do I print my digital papers on? It's basically the 300 GSM from Craft Stash. It's just a super smooth white card. My printer can take the 300 GSM because it's a photo printer, so it can take the thicker cardstock because photo paper is quite thick, so it needs to just checking the specs on your printer to see what is the maximum you can print on. And then you can then follow suit with whatever you try to print on after that. So let's get this layered up. I don't know if my glue gun is going to be heated up in time for our next stage, but we still got the handles to do. Okay, so decision time. This now goes on here. That fits perfectly. So again, this is going to make a perfect little gift bag here. It's so easy to make. You know, you could fill this with some tissue paper and then you can, you know, decorate this really nicely. Something really simple like this perhaps even. And there you have a gift bag that you can pop on your little craft fair store. I am just going to stick this on now just with glue, but you can add some foam pads or something underneath it just to lift that up. So again, yeah, these are going to be absolutely perfect. They'll take up quite a bit of space on your table as well. And again, if you just want to make these as gifts, just to give your gifts away, then that's perfect too. Let's pop this on. Try and get that all central. That's the great thing about using the glue. You've got some wiggle room there. There we go. And then we have our 2 little handles from the Dinky set as well. I'm going to use my bow folder here. Just going to do that. And if there's actually anybody on Facebook, can you let me know if you're there? I'm sure I am streaming to Facebook, but do just let me know. Come and say hi, don't be shy. I don't think I am. Oh dear, I think I'm just on YouTube right now. Oh yeah, I don't think I am. So what I'll do is I'll re-upload the live onto YouTube. What I'm going to quickly do is, whilst I'm here, I'm just going to get this URL and share it onto, see, this is where you don't have assistance, where you've got to do it all yourself. So do bear with me, sorry about this, guys. Isn't it really annoying when technology doesn't work? Okay, I'm live right now. Right, I'm just copying the URL and I'm just going to pop this onto my Facebook just so people can find me. I just need to type this out. Live right now. Post. Right, let's hope that sort of works. And sorry guys, if you were trying to join me on Facebook, then please do pop along, jump right over to YouTube. So yeah, right, that's the second time that's happened to me, but I think that's all I can do for today, I'm afraid. So we're going to be sticking with YouTube. So that's how I could tell, actually, because people weren't writing to me from Facebook. Anyway, yeah, sorry Maria, technical problems. Hi Julie. Yes. Facebook is having a mare today again. Anyway, I've just curled these. If you are just joining me, we are starting off with this gift bag that we made last week. We're just jazzing up my little prototype here, and the download is available as well for the dimensions for that. And this is the matting guide for what I've just done here. So let's get all of this popped down. So I'm just going to add glue. Ah yes, that's one thing I hate about not being onto Facebook, Maria, is that Lynn can't watch. So I'm sure she might be able to watch, but she won't be able to comment on YouTube. So I will be uploading this a bit later on so that it's there on Facebook as well. Hello Laura. NC in the USA. I can't remember what NC is, which state that is. So just popping the last one. You can add some more mats to the other side, but one thing that is important is to get those two handles level. So it's got to be morning for a lot of you guys now in the USA, at least halfway across. There we go. Right, those are our handles done. So let's do some decorating now. I want to carry on with this. I love this stuff. North Carolina. You know when something's right on the top of your brain and it's just not there. So is South Carolina SC? I don't know. I only know a few of them, so mostly the ones where the tornadoes are, because they're the ones that places where I watch. So just grabbing more of this down. This is from Amazon. It's really quite cheap, and this is really easy to play with as well. So actually I'm running out, I've used it so much. So you can cut this with just your Tim Holtz scissors. Got my big ones here. There we go. This is why I've got my hot glue gun out now. and because it's on a wire, you can bend this over, curl it. Ah, yes, yep, I'm getting there. I will learn them all. Right, I'll pop this on now. And then I do have a little bow that I can add on there too. So really festive and simple. This is great for making signs as well, like Christmas signs and things like that. If you want to make something like a piece of home decor or something, maybe not on a gift bag, but what I've just done here, this design, will look really good just as a piece of home decor that you can hang up. Right, so let's get this glued down. Let's hope, yep, that's nice and heated up now. There'll be no gluing my fingers this week. Got myself a few times last week, if you remember, if you tuned in. Oh, it was kind of funny. It got me. That wasn't that hot actually. That got me too. Right, so let's do our bow. Where do you think I should put this little man? So we have here the bow at the bottom, got the bow at the top there. I think at the top, yeah, I'm going to pop this at the top here. So I'm just going to add a bit of glue just there. Make sure you're stocked up nicely, ready for Christmas on glue sticks. Make sure you have loads of those at the ready. Now I can actually pop a sentiment in here too. I love the way this looks just plain. You can add like a die cut sentiment here. I do have a confession, I have not started my Christmas craft shopping yet. I have had a lot of moments seeing all the lovely things that have been coming out, but I haven't actually purchased anything yet because I've been playing with my new Christmas collection and I've just been distracted basically, but I do need to start my shopping soon. So I do have this Santa stops here. That looks pretty nice. And I do have, wherever it's gone, it was a little banner, a die cut banner. It has got lost in my many rufflings from my desk this morning as I've been getting ready. It's got to be here somewhere. If not, we can cut another one. I think I will. I'll cut another one. So I'm using here the labels and banners die set. I'll probably find this when I've tidied up. Right, so I'm going to cut it from this green mirror cardstock. I love this. This is the labels and banners. This is in the sale as well. Take all of these bits out. These are great for layering with your sentiments, even if you don't end up stamping on them. They're great for bold shapes. Some of them have the stitching, and then really the stars of the show are these banners here, because these will look great behind all of your little sentiments when you're building up your little sentiments. So I'm going to use the Santa stops here and let's have a look. I think this is my favorite banner. I'm just going to use that. If it's something that's your favorite, you're going to use it a lot. So let's pop this on. I think I can move this glue gun aside now. I will keep it on. I don't think I need it again, but you never know. Christmas crafting. And then the stamp set is a stamp and die duo. I'll show you that in a moment. That is where that Santa stops here has come from. Now let's hope I can find that other banner, or otherwise I'll be having to cut myself another one during the live. Okay. It's going to go like that, just a quick dry run, and then that is going to go on the top. I love the way that looks, so let's get that down. And I am going to be using some of these 3D foam pads. I'm going to use that one here, this big square one there. Then I am going to have to snip into these. So this is just going to give me a bit of dimension because this is quite raised, so I don't really want this to kind of bend inwards in the middle as much as it would do if I'd just use glue. Let's pop that there. There we go. That would look great with gold or red as well. Gold would look fantastic. And then we have the Santa stops here. This is from this stamp and die duo. This is from my Christmas collection last year. So you get all of these stamps here. Lovely. There's even Happy New Year, so that's perfect for that too. And it comes with all of these outline dies as well, so you can cut those out. And what I tend to do is I just have all of these die cut out already. So I've die cut all of those out already, and then I can just stamp on them when I need to use them. So that's a really good speedy tip there. Just trying to be tidy to my side. Okay, let's get this popped down, and then we will be ready to move on to our next project, which is a project that we're going to be making from scratch. It's going to be a scoreboard make. So today's live is going to be a mixture of things that we can make with dies and things that we can make with the scoreboard. So there is our first gift bag. Can you imagine this if you're arranging or doing your own little table for a craft fair at Christmas? You can have quite a few of these stacked or all at the back or something because they're quite tall. Display is quite important on how you display things, so I put these further towards the back. And yeah, pop a bit of tissue paper in there, and that makes a gorgeous handmade gift bag. Okay, so let's pop that aside. I'm going to pop all these back into this little envelope here. That's how things get lost if you're not tidy. Right, so next up we are going to be making this cute little milk box. If you've never made one of these style boxes before, do let me know in the comments. Now, what I will be doing for this after this live is I'll be creating a PDF as well for this box. So if you can imagine this box instead of the gift bag. So all the dimensions will be there, and all the materials that I have used for it will be there as well. So let's move that. We don't need that. Let's pop that back in that bag. And I have got the dimensions, here we go, for this milk box. I will pop these just here, and we will be needing some papers. So I'm going to be going to this Holly Jolly release. This, I think it's £4.99 at Craft Stash. It's a digital download, okay, so you can print all your favourites, and you can do it double-sided as well. So we're going to be working with this one today, but here are the rest of them. It's absolutely gorgeous pinks. This is an alternative colour Christmas. I have a pink Christmas now downstairs. I have the last 3 years. I'm not too sure whether I'm going to change it up this year or not, because I really like the pink stuff. So I might just keep it going for another year. Then I might change it back to red. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, Belle's Craft. Lynn has already made some. Okay, right. Hoping that's not too bright. Yep, we're good. And I'm also going to trim some paper down as well. So you can make 2 of these from one A4, and if you can imagine all of these set out, loads of treats. These are going to be perfect for table favours as well. So let's cut down our paper. So again, this is 300 GSM super smooth white cardstock. Craft Stash sell it in this big old pad, and we need to cut our paper to 5 inches, and this goes over to 6.5, so I am going to have to get my bigger trimmer out. Again, you can make 2 from each sheet. Let's go for the big daddy. And this is 6.5. So 5 by 6.5. There we go. bring back. It's not so sunny today actually. It's pretty nice. My courgettes are loving this weather. It's hot and sunny and then it's raining, and it's hot and sunny and then it's raining. Courgettes are loving it. Okay, so let's go to our little measurements here. It might be hard for you to see because of the pattern. I'll do my best. So LS means landscape, and P means portrait. So this is landscape, this is portrait. Okay, so our first score line is going to be 1.5, then it's going to be 3, 4.5, and then 6. Turn it once and then score at 1.5, 3.5 and 4.5. Okay, so there you can see all of my little score lines. So I have this narrow section here, and then along, oh, that's upside down. So we have these sections here, the top, and then the base at the bottom. So let's get that all folded up. Again, you can make loads of these. You can keep them flat as well. So again, these are going to make the perfect little table favours. You can personalise them, put little initials on or names for whoever you're giving them to. I just think they really just do, adding a little gift like this really does look nice on the Christmas table. So again, use your bone folder to get some really nice presses here. Now this last one, this last strip at the top goes the other way. Okay, so we are going to now, it might be easier if I turn this over. We are now going to add some notches. So I'm going to grab my little pencil. We have here this square here, the square next to this little strip along the side. So we're going to be working with this square and this square. Okay, hoping if I lift that up you can kind of see. Okay, so using the little measurements for this, well, it's more of a rectangle, not a square. We're going to make a little mark at 3/4 of an inch. That's just there on that side. And then we are going to do the same on this side. And if you find this helps, just do a little pencil mark here on those corners. So we're going to be adding score lines up and down those. That is what's going to create this little fold here at the top. So just using my bone folder, just drawing up those dots and make your little marks. It might start to rain, you know, it's got really dark in here. Okay, and then we need to continue this line going upwards. There we go. I'm just going to draw this out with a pencil so that you can see the score lines that I've just put in. There we go, that is what I've just done. Okay, so we now need to lose some of this, so I might as well keep my pencil. So we're going to cut this down here, and then we are going to lose this section here. Okay, and then we're going to cut up these lines just here. Okay, so let's get snipping. Okay, so I'm going to snip up the first side and then we're just going to taper into that notch there. We're going to keep all of this and just notch up the top of that corner. Then we just need to make some slits here, so we're just going to cut up just to the first score line. That's going to create our base. I know I did although we woke up to a rainy day today, so it did start to brighten up a little bit, but yeah, we're due a heat wave, not a heat wave, but something hot next week anyway, something like 27 degrees, so that's pretty hot for us. Anything like that that's prolonged our vegetation, plant life, and grass starts to die. So we like to have our nice green grass and grassy areas, so it's not so nice when things die. Did I do those score lines? Yes, I did. So right, now before we fold everything up, I just need to reinforce these score lines that we just made manually with the ruler. So I'm just going to carefully fold those in. It should be quite easy because you've just made that score line. Just press that. There we go. Do the same on this one. This is quite important to do this, otherwise you'll be trying to do this once the box is put together and it's a little bit more fiddly. So just remember to do this bit before you put the box together. Okay, now you can see all that 3-dimension that we've given that box now. Start gluing. Again, sticking with the bookbinding glue because it dries nicely and fast. Press that down, and as you can see, you can just get to this stage if you want. If you're making these in advance, you can just get to this stage and then do another assembly trick before the actual craft show or your dinner date. So I'm just adding glue just to all of these flaps here. It's going to be a 4-layered flap, so not that you could find something this small that's that heavy, but it's nice and sturdy. Okay, so as we've already pressed all of these in, this should just pinch closed like that. There we go. There is our tiny little cute milk box. Now to keep that closed, grab yourself a little peg. I've got 2 sizes. I've got one big one and one really small one. So this peg here is ginormous. It's just too big for our project. So I've gone for my miniature ones. There we go. That is enough there to keep that closed, and you can get these pegs in all sorts of colours and gold, silver and all of that, so there's loads of different ideas. Now where the heck is that banner that I made? It's like gone. I am going to have to die cut myself another one. The plan was to use exactly what I just cut out for the other one, so let's oh dear, where's that die set gone? Here we are. I'm going to do something very similar to what I've just done here. Maybe I'll do some red. The great thing is, actually I think I'll go for a different style. I'll go for the swirly curly one. The great thing is, I've had these ink pads for probably about 4 years now, and maybe 5. And I bought them in these big packs. I think they're still available at Craft Stash, but Craft Stash have just got these in individual inks, so you don't have to buy the whole pack. But taking my advice, get all the colours, and it's cheaper if you get them in the big multi-packs. So you want all the colours basically. Right, so let's die cut this out again. I've got a different banner this time, sticking with the, I think this is from Hunky Dory. This is a green mirror cardstock. Again, the best advice is, if you're making these in multiples, do all of your stamping and all of your die cutting together. Get all of these done as well, cut out and scored, and then you'll have all these different piles. You'll have a pile of all of your die cuts or your templates that you've just made, and you'll have a big pile of all of these banners and sentiments that you've stamped and things like that. So get everything ready so that you can spend an hour or two just assembling everything together, and everything is in the little pile that you need it to be. So that's especially great if you're doing a wedding as well. These make lovely little wedding favours. Obviously not Christmas, but they're absolutely fab sized as well, because you know what weddings are like when you go for the table favours. It's great to keep the boxes or the things smaller, otherwise your expenses go up quite a bit if you go for a bigger box, because then you've got to buy more sweets and treats to put inside them. So something this size is absolutely perfect. Right, so let's choose our sentiment now. I think we're going to go with let's stick with Holly Jolly, and I'm going to use a red. I'm going to use rhubarb stalk, and the green for this one was cottage ivy. go. I'm just going to get my little stamp foam thing. This is from Chloe's Cards. A few companies do bits and bobs like this. It really does help with your stamping, especially if you're using the clear or the photopolymer ones. It needs that cushion, whereas if you're using a rubber stamp, you know, the red rubber stamps, they come with their own little cushioning on the back, which then absorbs and helps you get a really good press. But with the clear ones you don't have that, so having this underneath is perfect. So let's find here from my little die cuts the Holly Jolly. Is that it? No. Here we go. I think that's the Holly Jolly. It's upside down. There we go. So rhubarb stalk. Kids love doing this, by the way, the stamping and the cutting out. This is definitely a job that you can delegate. Hello, Amber. Press that down. There we go. Rhubarb stalk matches perfectly with these reds as well. And I'm just going to just pop this on with 3D foam pads. I am just going to make this a little bit slimmer because it's a little bit of a skinny mini on this banner. And I think I will probably be okay just popping that on there with a bit of glue. Oops, reaching for the wrong glue again. I did that last week. Just going to add just a little bit here. This is a mirror cardstock, so it's going to be shiny and slippy, and the glue will take a little bit longer to dry on that one. There we go. There, as you can see, it's smooshy smooshy. Is that even a word? And if you want to, you can add a little bow. This bow is way too big, but actually no, it's not too bad actually. You can glue that onto your gift box. That will look perfect. Can you imagine these? Loads of these lined up. I wonder how much you could sell these for. There is an angel policy. I will make sure that that is added to the description box, but it is on the Craft Stash website. Right at the bottom. Let's see if I can find it. There is an angel policy that is covered. I'm gonna have to go all the way down to the bottom. It was here. It could be the terms and conditions. Oh, here it is. I bet you saw that straight away. So here we go. We have the angel policy. Let's move this over. There we go. It has all of the details. That covers all of the co-brands as well. So for Simply Made Crafts is included in this, and so you are able to make to sell with that. But I'm going to copy that now, and then I can add that to the description box. But whilst I am here, we have Lynn's YouTube channel. She asked me very nicely if I would share her new channel. So she is she's been here so many times watching my live, so I'm really happy that, you know, she's decided to give this little journey a go. Here is her channel. It's Belle's Craft, and she has her first video out already. It's a triple floating diamond card, and it's amazing. She's had 118 views already, so please do pop along, check her out. This is Lynn Bell, and have a look at her channel. So I will actually subscribe to that too. So well done, Belle. The hardest thing is getting started, and we're all here to support you. And just remember to share all of your makes and videos on like groups and the Craft Stash group page as well. So that's definitely how you're going to get yourself seen. Okay, so let's now move back to the next project. So I've got these two here. Pop these over. I've said you've got the angel policy. You can make to sell, and let's move over now. I'm trying to put this back, but I need to stand up to do that, so I'm just going to set that aside. I just have a humongous tidying up job at the end. Right, so this project is half made because I'm going to finish this project with you guys, but I'll also start the project as well. So this is the project that I'll be finishing off with. Like, what the heck is this? This is a gingerbread house, but it's one of those slopey ones, so it hasn't actually got it's not like a traditional house like this one here. So this one here was made using the haunted house lantern. I think this is also in the sale as well. So I've got some battery operated candles in that one, so let's set that one aside. So we're making a different style house today. I'll be using this as well to finish that off. Can you imagine how pretty that is? Again, table favors, you know, if you're having a smaller dinner party, you can fit nicer, bigger treats in those. Right, so where is the die set for this one? Oh, actually I need to keep my hot glue gun on as well, so, and I've just piled everything beside me. I really don't have a large crafting area, guys. That's why things get piled up. So okay, so this is the summer tent gift box. I gave you a sneak peek of this at the beginning of the show. This actually makes a tent, so again, it's perfect for this time of year, but we're not going to be doing any camping today. We're going to be using this triangle box here. It does come with all of these like camping things as well, so if you know any scouts or guides or anyone that loves to camp, this is perfect for that. But we're going to be just using these two big main dies here to make the base, so you need 2 of each, so 2 of these ones and 2 of those. Okay, and this is also in the sale. There's loads of dies on the Simply Made Crafts that are less than £10, so if there's anything you've had your eye on, now is the perfect time. And if you are planning to do craft fairs and things like that, then you know there's going to be loads of tiny little gift boxes and things that you can use for that. So we are going to have to get the paper trimmer out for this one. So pop these 2 aside. You have 2 here. We need to lose a section here. I can't remember if it's this section or this section, but we definitely need to cut down that score line and lose that and separate them. Okay, I only put this together yesterday, so you'd think I'd remember. And then I think it's this one here, and then that gets popped there. So discard this one, but it's a nice piece here, so you can use this for something else. It's a good thing that you can stamp on. Right, so let's get this all popped together. Again, sticking with the book binding glue. I'm hoping it's still in stock because it does sell out quite regularly. But I do have my spare bottles. Right, so glue that together. Right, this is my old phone still, like I said earlier, but it keeps turning off. So I need to keep an eye on all of the comments. Just adding my glue just to this one. So Bella's just gluing her mirror cardstock. Yeah, it's a nightmare, isn't it? You've got to be really careful. Okay, so I'm just adding this now. This is going to make the outline or the outer sleeve of our triangle box. There we go. As you can see, that is our outer sleeve. That's what we're going to decorate. And now let's get this popped together. This one is super duper easy. Again, I've just folded everything. It's a little bit almost the same as our little milk box that we just made. Get these joined together. I love how using the dies here just speeds everything up. I mean, you can make lots of these boxes by hand, but you're going to be there for a while. No, sorry Helen, the Facebook had a tantrum today and it didn't go live when I went live. So yeah, huge apologies. I'm going to upload this a little bit later on to Facebook, so it is there. So let's get these joined together. It is such a shame though when things don't work. Anyway, better luck next week. Better luck next week. Fingers crossed. Let's get this all glued together. Get everything lined up and straightened. Again, if you want to just use your bone folder, this is quite handy as well, just to press that down. There we go. And then we can just fold these in. Add our glue here. And then on the last one, I'm just going to go around the perimeter. Because all of these flaps are nice and square, you can really line everything up so that you know your box is straight. You give that a press down here, and then just go in with my bone folder. I can press everything down, and then this squeeze is closed. There we go. So that is what's going to fit inside our little sleeve. It's a bit of a snug fit, so get all of your little treats in here. Get some good amount of little fudges in there, or little those little eclairs. Those would fit. And then this just gets popped inside. It's easier to get the bottom in first, and then just squeeze in the top bit, and there you have your little triangle box. So that is what makes the tent. So you would add these little dies here to make the front flaps. No sniggering at the back. And today we're going to be making it into a gingerbread house. There we go. So I'm just going to do a little bit of drawing. I've got a white gel pen here, just some cheap ones from Amazon. You can get the nice like the Posca paint ones as well. Those would look good. Just double check that these ones I have here, they tend to kind of work and then not work. So as you can see, it's very, very faint. So I do need to invest in those Posca pens. So I do have another one. It was a pack of like 5. There you go. This one works a bit better. I think it's the craft cardstock it doesn't like as well. It likes certain surfaces. So just go along and add your little, it's all going to be freehand, all your little circles like so, and then you would stagger them just like that. And if you do actually have the haunted house, you can always use the roof panels from that on here. Okay, so I know a lot of you bought this a few months ago when it was in the sale. I think it's back in the sale again, so you can use the tiles and also the windows as well. So I've just freehand just drawn bits and bobs on there, and then I have had to go right to the back of my stash for this. This is the Nouveau glitter drops. I love this. If I run out of this, I'll be on the hunt for another one, but I'm not too sure how easy they are to come by. This is Ruby Slippers, so that's a very apt name for this. And then I've just gone around and just added my little dots, given it an hour to dry, filled in the heart as well, and then we don't need to use this one anymore. I will finish that one off camera. We are going to be working on this one now. So we are now at the stage where we can finish this off. So I'm going to go back to this little wreath. That was what I made from this lovely bunch here. It's wire leaves. I love that. That's from Amazon. So you can shape it and tuck it in. So I'm going to pop that on there. Again, I always seem to burn myself when I try and glue this onto things. So I'm just going to pop that there. Hold it down. See, that already looks really nice and festive. Yep, I've already stuck my finger in it. There we go. So as you can see, that, I love that. You can pop another on the other side, but that would be too matchy for me. So let's continue to decorate this. Again, I will probably go back to, what should we have? Magic Moments. We've used Merry Christmas, we've used Holly Jolly, we can have All Is Calm, All Is Bright popped on there. I think that would look really nice. So I think also if I use the red as well, I'm not too sure if, oh, I found it, here it is. I've been looking for this the whole time. There we go, this will go on there. And is this long enough? Because this is quite a long sentiment, so if I tilt this ever so slightly, I'll then have the space for that too. So I have here all of my little die cuts, because this comes, if you're just joining us, this does come with the dies to cut this out, and I've gone ahead and I've cut them all out so they all fit. I think it's this one. Yep. So can you guess what I'm about to do, Helen? Probably I haven't given you enough clues, so you might not be able to guess. But it's something, if I don't do, you'll mention. You might know now. I'm going to bring out my little mat for stamping on. There we go. And I'm going to stick with the rhubarb stalk as well. So let's press all this down. If you're unsure if it's the first time you're using any stamp, you can just do a quick test stamp just to get the stamp primed up. There we go. I find this a lot easier to do it this way than stamp it first and then try and cut it all out. Hello Debbie. There we go. All is calm, all is bright. Grab my little it's a microfiber cloth there, I'll just wipe that off. There we go. Right, so this is one of our last or is the last Christmas in July, but I will be carrying on with some Christmas projects into August, because we have the new Simply Made Crafts Christmas launch in August. That is the main one, so I'm really looking forward to that. Oh, Chloe's launched her Christmas collection today. I'm going to have to pop over and look at that, because you did say, I actually saw one of her posts the other week, was it last week? She was talking about those polymer sweets, like the gingerbread house sweets. So let's do a quick dry run. So I don't know if I'll be able to get to those before they sell out, because they were out of stock, but I don't know if it was because it was not in stock yet. So I'll just keep an eye on that. So yep, she's going to be buying it all plus the extra paper. I know you're a massive fan of the Chloe's card stuff, so definitely go all out for that. I'm just going to add another. Actually, I need to snip this up here. Is that on the Craft Stash website, or is that on the actual Chloe's website? Because I will have to go and check that out. So yeah, there is about another month for me for my Christmas collection, but the plans are well underway. In fact, we were going over this morning all the current plans that we'll be doing for the launch. So that just dip in a little bit. There we go. I love that, just as it is, to be honest. Does it need a sentiment? And then we're just going to pop this over the top. There we go. Should we just go all out and add a bow? That might be a bit too much, but you never know till you try it. So add the resin sweets. You bought 10 packs. Have you used them all up though? That's the big question. Now I can imagine people buying 10 packs of the real sweets to eat. Those are going to last, if you haven't used them all up, those are going to last you a long time, which is good to have them in your stash. Okay, there is our little bow. And shock, horror, this live could be round about an hour's time. I thought I was going to go over. I was going to go live at a different time today, because it's now the school holidays and Mr. G has a meeting at 2 o'clock and we have to room share during the holidays. so we both have the privacy to either go live, make a video, or have a meeting. So I'm just going to pop this on the top there. I think that looks really nice. But the kids have been in their rooms the whole time, so we did say, right, well, you're going to have to go to your rooms or be quiet whilst we have this 1 hour of doing stuff. So they're teenagers, they're capable, plus last night they're incredibly naughty. Do you know where this is going? They tried an all-nighter watching movies and then looking for the cat in the garden in the rain afterwards whilst we were sleeping. So they've been asleep most of the day, so we'll see what happens next Thursday. There we go. Yeah, Debbie, I did the bunny ears technique. So you do the loop, and then you kind of tie the 2 loops in a knot. That's the easiest way. So this is my little Nordic gingerbread house, made using the tent box. It's a lovely little triangle box. And again, you don't have to make this into a gingerbread house. You can use this as an ordinary triangle box and decorate it however you want. And now this is going to look perfect on the table. Again, write people's names on them, or the initials and things like that. That is going to look stunning. So let's have a quick look through the projects that we have made today. So we have this little gingerbread Nordic house. I love that. We have these little milk boxes here. Again, I'll be putting a PDF together for you guys with the cutting guide. It will look exactly like this one, and I will add that to the description box, as well as the Facebook page, which is Helen Griffin UK. So I'll be working on that straight away after I finish going live here. And then we have this quite large gift bag. Let's give you some sizes. I can't give you a date for the releasing yet, okay? We're still in the planning stage. The date has been set, so, and I also have the Paper Craft Society box live to do before the Christmas collection release as well. So we don't want those kind of overlapping. So we've got a plan for August. You just got to work through the plan. So, but hopefully in a week or 2, I might be able to give you a release date. Okay, so this measures 5 3/4 by 7 3/4, and the depth is 3. There we go. So these are all lovely little craft fair ideas, and again, as I'm in the festive mood, we'll be carrying on in August, so I'll probably have quite a few more little treat boxes and ideas on the way. Okay, so before we go, I just want to mention again the mega sale that's on at the moment. Absolutely bonkers prices. If we go back over to here again, we have, like, you know, the Dinky handbags are £10.35, the bows. All of these boxes here are going to be absolutely perfect for your Christmas gifting. This one here is great as well. That's the Impossible box. That's a lot of fun. I love this little box as well. And this, you cannot have a Christmas without this. This is the loaf tin. That is just so versatile as well. And then we have all of these too: Christmas crafting, Christmas albums, everything. So I think some of the actual mini albums are in the sale as well. As you can see, £13.79 as well. So here is the Haunted House lantern. That is great for Christmas bits and bobs as well, £14.94. So absolutely great. Oh, and the small album is £16.79 as well. So this is a great box too for Christmas. Anyway, I could be here all day saying this will be good for this will be good for that. There's just so many ideas. It's literally your mind is, the creation is just endless. Just keep going. You can personalize it to lots of things. So yeah, fantastic. So, oh, and the tent box is £8.80. The tent box that we just made, that gingerbread house, that is £10.80. So loads of bargains there. So thank you all so much for joining me today. Sorry we couldn't do Facebook. next week we will get it just right. Okay, so I need to get on now in creating this PDF for you guys. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you all again next week for the live, hopefully at 1 o'clock. I will see you all later.